Get out of your comfort zone. You too comfortable. You too comfortable. Opportunity is not in our comfort zone. So look, check this out, and I'm gonna share this, and I'm gonna let you go. So a couple weeks ago, um, God gave me a play, right? And this play consists of me doing doing webinars. Not like your webinars, like most people, whenever they do a free webinar, they they say it's free, and then at the end of it, they pitch an offer. They try to sell you something. So that's not what I'm doing, right? Um, but it consists of me doing webinars. So for man, this I just seen this lady in the car. Her hair is like Coolio's. That's crazy. So anyway, where was I? Um, uh, 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 so for the since 2018, since 2018, God has given me He has He has given me this content, right? So this content consists of like basically me constructing and putting in course form, um, ebooks, like just a whole lot of different things that he have instructed me to do over the years pertaining to content, and I haven't been doing anything with it. I just been sharing specific things based on what he instructed me to share. Um, on videos, it could be coming out in the form of video or like in text, whatever it is, like from Facebook, Instagram to here, like just social media has been my vehicle to share all the things that God has instructed me to share, right? So there are also a lot of other things that I have not been sharing. I just been having this content, right? So what he instructed me to do is to start sharing all of this stuff. Obviously, not all over the place, not um, being unorganized, but in order, um, and being strategic with how I do it. And I'm going to do this via um, webinars, like Zoom webinars, right? Now look, and this is a side note. If it's something that you're supposed to be doing, nah, never mind. I'm gonna wait for that. Um, so um, so so a couple weeks ago, this is what he disclosed to me. So I'm like, I bet, let's go. Now, in order for me to do this, I have to learn how to do webinars. I have to learn, just all I have to learn the knowledge of how to do webinars and how to um, do slideshows and like basically present slideshows and stuff like that on the webinar. Basically, like anyway. Um, so I'm like, cool. So I didn't know how to do any of this, right? So today, no, yesterday, I Googled how do I present slides on Zoom webinars. It's John started talking about PowerPoint and all this. I'm like, all of a sudden, um, mentally, I revert back to that. Oh no, I ain't gonna be able to do that. Like that requires me learning something else. No, I ain't trying to do all that because I don't know what all it entails. So it's like, man, it's all this because me. I'm be honest. I'm not big on researching. I'm just not. That's not my strong point. Like that's not something that I desire or enjoy doing. It's just not. You know what I mean? So when it come down to me having to research anything like that, like I just automatically like that's when procrastination kick in. Like I always say, procrastination isn't a isn't a struggle. It's a choice. Either we choose to do it now or later. it's a choice. It's not a struggle. So you don't struggle with procrastination. You choose procrastination. You choose not to do what you're supposed to do right now. You choose to do it later, right? So that's when the resistance come in at, like I don't really want to do it. So I know I have to do it, but like I'm putting it off. I'm not approaching it or like going head on with it. You know what I mean? And because research outlet, like, that's outside of my comfort zone. It's just what it is. Like, now I put that out there. And so this morning in his presence, having a conversation with him, and I'm like, is there anything else I can do? Like, I can do my lives and present it like that, or I can do the webinars, and you're like, I don't necessarily have to do the slides. You know what I mean? Like, I'm doing this whole compromising and trying to, like, and you're like, no, you have to do it how I told you to do it. You know what I mean? Like, there's no shortcuts in this. This is what you're supposed to do. This is what I need you to do. And I'm like, dang it, man. I'm like, all right, let's go, right? So, long story short, I took 35 minutes out of my morning. I watched 3 videos. The first video was how to create slides in PowerPoint. The first 8 minutes, how my man how he walk you through it, piece of cake. I'm like, is this it? You serious? You kidding me right now? This is it. This is what I've been resisting, and you know what I mean? Ever since I read this last night, I'm like, man, and this is what I'm doing it for. It's a piece of cake. Next video I watched, how to present a slideshow created in PowerPoint on a Zoom webinar. Again, 12-minute video, walkthrough, piece of cake. I'm like, dude, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Third video, 7-minute video. How, like, what I put in, how to present basically how to do, like, present a Zoom webinar from start to finish. Again, piece of cake. You know what I'm saying? Like, so God has given me the play, and in that play is opportunity. Like, he literally, like, gave me, like, the vision for it, like what it looks like a couple of weeks ago. I've been looking into it here and there, not really all the way in it, you know what I mean? Like, because it's things that going to require me to think more, things are going to require me to do more, things are going to require me to get out of my comfort zone. So it's like I've been super timid with it. And I did 35-minute research, i.e. YouTube University, and I got to play now. Well, I've been having to play. Now it's simple. It's just a simple process. So now I know how to create my slides. So whenever I got done with all that, he was like, okay, now look at the content you have. Go over it. So I went over it. And this particular one is basically like how to build your future on paper, right? Because a lot of us have goals and things that we want to do in our heads, but it never go any further than that because it stay in our minds. It stay in our thoughts. The ideas, the visions, the dreams, it stay in our mind. And we never live out the life that God created us to have. We never do all the awesome things that he created us to do because the ideas, hey, how you doing?
Good, thank you.
Because the ideas, the dreams, and the vision that he gives us, it remains in our heads. So I'm not going to go in any detail about that, but that's going to be the very first webinar that I'm going to do, and that's what I'm going to be presenting, and that's in about 2 weeks, right? So this is my plan, right, with this. I'm like, all right, cool, bet that. I already know the play, you know what I'm saying? I just needed to learn a little bit. Now I know how to do it. Saturday, I'm taking my vehicle to get an oil change, and while I'm there, it usually take a couple hours. Guess what I'm gonna be doing? I'm gonna have the laptop with me, and I'm gonna be creating these slides. You know what I mean? And then next Tuesday and Wednesday, next Monday and Tuesday, and part of Wednesday, guess what I'm gonna be doing? I'm gonna be practicing my Zoom presentation. And then that weekend, that Saturday, I'm going on my family page on Facebook, and guess what? I'm putting that practice to work with my family. You know what I'm saying? Not only to get my practice on, but also to present this information that can be applied, that will begin to change the trajectory of their future. Why? Because this step-by-step process that he has given me, because it was in it's in course format. I created the videos for it, and I did all this a couple of years ago. You know what I mean? Like, and so now, like, if this information is applied, like, then they can start the process of building their future today. The future life that God created them to have, because God has given us, God have a blueprint for each and every one of our lives. And this particular course, if you will, it helps you learn how to find out what your blueprint is for your life. All right. So, and then the following week, that's when I'm going to it's going to be open to the public, basically, like social media. You know, like, I'm gonna invite people outside of my family to this webinar. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to share the information that God has instructed me to provide. And I said all that to say, opportunity is not in your comfort zone. You have to be willing to get outside of your comfort zone and do what you're supposed to do, what you know you're supposed to do. Guess what? About 2 or 3 years ago, with what I've been called to do, like, I knew it requires me to learn how to do Zoom calls, to do webinars. I knew this. You know what I mean? Like, and I kept saying, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and learn this because I'm gonna need it. Guess what? Had I did what I was supposed to do years ago, guess what? I can already be running the play. But because I wasn't obedient to do what I was supposed to do years ago, now it's holding up the process. It's holding up progress because I wasn't obedient. So be obedient to whatever it is God telling you to do. Get out of your comfort zone to do and do what it is that God has instructed you to do, what you know you're supposed to do. Whatever it is you're supposed to research, learn, whatever it is, do it already. There's opportunity there, right? And just like me thinking it's going to be difficult, hard, challenging, all this, and I just took 35 minutes out of my day to learn whatever it is I need to learn, and I learned, man. It's crazy. I've been postponing, I've been putting off something that is a piece of cake. Of course, it's going to seem like it's hard, it's difficult. Why? Because you never done it before. You have no knowledge of it. So of course it's going to seem like you have to believe in yourself enough to be like, you know what, I'm going to try it. And then once I start trying it, then I'm going to tell myself I'm going to do it. You have to be willing to do it. Put in the time and do whatever it takes. Hold on, let me get these chillings real quick. Chill. Push out.
I think they have a fossil orange around, and they have.
Hold on, I can cover.
I want to look at your monster. Put it in your secret. That's what it is. No, right here. Where? Right
Here. Hey, put in your seatbelt. We'll talk about all that other stuff afterwards, you hear me? Because we finna get ready to go.
Where are we going?
Home. Nah, I'm just saying he finna let this line go.
Go for real?
Oh, you did? I thought you had PE today, young brother. Because one, that's what you told me. Hold on real quick. Let me finish this live, all right? But, so, as I was saying was, I you can't wait till you get home? You like 3 minutes from the house. You can't wait? You gonna throw the rock at somebody or something?
No.
You gonna break a window?
No.
I mean?
It's just
So yeah, hold on, let me finish though. Of course it's gonna seem like it's hard and you might can't do it because you have no knowledge of it, so it's of course, right? But once you actually take a step in that direction and actually do it, you probably learn that, wow, for one, this is the information that I needed. And two, it's not as hard as I thought it was going to be. Now, three, all I have to do is just learn it and apply it to whatever it is that I'm supposed to be doing. And whatever that is that you're supposed to be doing, especially if it's Christ-centered and you're doing His will, the opportunity may not come immediately, but you are doing exactly what He wants you to do, and you are positioned and aligned with whatever the calling is, whatever your purpose is, whatever the will for His life, for your life is. You could possibly learn what your gifts are. You know what I mean? Like there's opportunity. There's opportunity that's waiting for you. But you would never know what that opportunity is. You would never be able to welcome in that opportunity. You would never be able to experience what that opportunity is because you're not willing to get out of your comfort zone. And getting out of your comfort zone requires faith. And if you're doing whatever it is you're supposed to be doing for the glory of Jesus, then you won't see what He's truly able to do and what He's trying to do with, in, through, and for you, because it requires faith. Like in action, getting out of your comfort zone. So you would never learn what that future life looks like that He have for you. You will never be able to do all the awesome things that He created you to do. There are people that He have assigned to you, to me, to us, that's waiting for us to step out and do whatever it is that God has called us to do, because we're not willing to step outside of our comfort zone. Opportunity is outside of your comfort zone. Get outside of your comfort zone. Find out what it is that He wants you to do and start doing it. Don't ask questions. And then another thing, we can only do what the ability is that He has given us upon birth, right? And that's okay. It's not bad news. It's when we are doing all that we can, then we get to experience Him his super meets our natural, and his supernatural. That's where that in Christ all things are possible. In God all things are possible. When I'm weak, then I'm strong. It's when he empower us to do more than we thought we could do. You know what I mean? Like when we prepare and become positioned and placed where he need us to be, because we got out of our comfort zone and we started moving, being obedient, doing. Preparation meets opportunity. So when we do that, then that opportunity, that preparation and opportunity, they intersect. But we'll never know what that is sitting on our sofa. We will never learn whatever that is when we're always chilling, when we're not willing, and get out of your comfort zone. There's opportunity waiting for you. Experience God on a whole nother level. It's only in faith. You have to believe enough. Believe to get started, and let your faith infuse through you to where now you're acting, you're moving, you're active, and you're doing whatever it is that God wants you to do, and you allow whatever to come from it be what it is. Trusting his will and trusting his way. You finna go in the house though. She going in the house with you. Oh, is that Brother Rock?
I don't know.
Brother Rock? That's right, y'all know nothing about Martin. Get out of your comfort zone. Opportunity is there. Alright? Let's go. It's not that bad. It's not gonna be easy. But it's not supposed to. Because when it comes down to us achieving our goals, it requires us who we create us to be. So it's going to be some hardships and challenges